Morning everyone, welcome to Gentle Strength Workouts with Bob, and I'm Bob, and today we're going to do a full body workout. We're going to start with a warm-up. We're going to do one exercise for the neck, one for the shoulders, one for the hips, one for the knees, one for the feet, one for the back, one for the chest. And then we're going to cool down and do a stretch, just one stretch, and a meditation, and we'll be finished in less than 30 minutes. So marching on the spot here, warming up. We're going to keep it really quite simple. Whenever we do a warm-up, we want to make sure that we work the big muscles in our body, like our quads and our hamstrings and our hip muscles. So, as we march here on the spot, we just lift our legs a little higher, knees up a little bit more. Yep, swing the arms, let them do their thing. You just worry about the lower part of your body for the warm-up. Take your legs a little wider as you lift your knees up. Good work. And back in. Then we're going to take a step forward with whatever leg you choose to start with and back. So it's just forward and back with the same leg. Forward and back. Forward and back. Forward and back. Good. Forward and back. Keep it a little wider. So forward and back. Forward and back. Good work. And march on the spot here. So I'm just going to start with the other foot, and I'm going to go forward and back, just like we did with the other one. And then a little wider. And march on the spot. Now I'm going to do a little bit of a turn step. So I'm going to step forward with one leg. I think I'll use my right one, your left, doesn't matter. And I'm going to step and turn. So up and turn. So it's a turn step. Looks like this. So I step forward, bring the other leg up, and then take that foot forward and bring the other leg up, and it's just a turn step. Good work. You got it? And march on the spot. Now I'm going to kick out with one leg. I kick, step back a little bit with the other foot to get my balance, and kick. And march on the spot. Then I'm going to kick with the other foot. So I step forward and kick, and back. One more, and march on the spot. And one more thing here, I'm just going to take my legs wide and do a little bit of a squat, just a little one. And shake it all out. And that's our warm-up. We're going to start with our neck, with our feet shoulder width apart. We're going to take one hand and put it on this shoulder, give it a little squeeze. And we're going to turn our head into the squeeze very slowly, keeping our chin level with the ground. And then slowly bring it back to center and go away from the squeeze with that head, keeping the chin level with the ground. And then back to center and then look up. Nice look up, and now down, look to the floor. Chin to the chest. And back to center, and let's go away from the squeeze with our head. Back to center and into the squeeze. Back to center and look down. And then look up. Good work. Relax. Grab the other shoulder, give it a little squeeze. Look into the squeeze with your head. Whenever we're doing things with our neck, we take our time. Look away from the squeeze. Look up and down. Look away from the squeeze, into the squeeze, look down, and look up. So we're just going to go for a swim. Since I hear the YMCA in my town is going to open next week, we're going to be in red. At least we're not in lockdown. And we're going to be able to go into the Y, limited amount of people though. So you'll have to register to get your name on the list to be able to go in. But we're going to be able to swim too. So when we're in the pool, we do this thing called the front crawl. So we reach out with our arms and grab the water and pull it back. And as I'm reaching out, I have to breathe. So as I reach out with my left, I turn my head to the right. And then as I reach out with my right, I turn my head to the left and take a breath. So see if you can coordinate that little head turning in with the arms. That's right. And of course, I breathe in here and I blow out here. But if you want to do it a different way, go ahead. As long as you reach and turn your head, I'll be happy today. Yes, the breath is important always in exercise. So we've been doing the front crawl, and now we're going to do the back crawl. So we swing our arms back, and we try to get them nice and high as they come up over our head here. I keep touching my Ficus benjamina tree here. Yes, these trees are tropical, and if you have them in your house, which I do, you put them in some indirect light and you leave it there. You don't move it. Of course, you have to water it. It likes water, but you don't move it around your house because the leaves will all fall off, telling you that it doesn't like that. Now I'm going to put that was the back crawl, my feet together, and I'm going to reach out and do a breaststroke. So I push my knees forward, I sit into the imaginary chair even though I'm in the water, and I breaststroke. Good work. Feels great. I love swimming. One more. Good. Now standing up, feet shoulder width apart, arms straight out, palms up, and then flip them over. That's it. Do a little bit of a twist with your arms. Roll your shoulders to the front. Roll your shoulders to the back. Front, back. Good work. We'll call this the butterfly. So we did the front crawl, turning our head to take the breath. Did the back crawl, reaching out nice and high with our hands to grab lots of water. And then we did the breaststroke with our feet together and a little bit of a squat as we stroke the water. And now with our arms nice and straight, and they're getting tired, I'm doing a twist here. We'll call this the butterfly. And that's it. Now we're going to do our hips. Now to do our hips here, we're going to try to pick a foot that we can stand on, and lift the leg up, at least for a few seconds. And this is my stronger of the two, so I'm going to shift my weight over to that leg, lift my leg up. It's kind of bent. Lift it up, put it down. Lift it up, put it down. If you're really good at balancing on one leg, you can really slow this down. Lift it up, put it down, lift it up, put it down. Or how about almost put it down, but don't touch the floor. You could do it that way. Or you can go at your own speed, lift it up, put it down. But get up nice and high with this bent leg. Knee comes up nice and high and put it down. Up, down, and one more, up and down. Good. The other side, I shift my weight, lift my knee up, put it down, up, put it down, up, almost put it down, up, almost put it down, yep, or slow it down, put it up, nice and high and down, touch the floor, up, you choose, down, just get the knee nice and high, if the leg is bent, and then put it back down. Working our hips up and down, and one more, up and down. This time, since we've got ourselves warm here a little bit, we're going to lift our knee up and bring it out to the side, and then up, and put it down. The other side, up here, whoops, up, out to the side, up, and down, up, out to the side, up, and down. I think you got it. No, I'm not holding on to anything. I'm doing the best I can without holding on to anything. If you're down here, if you're going up a little bit, out to the side, up and down, up, out, up, and down, that's okay too. We're all different, remember? One more on each side. And then the last one for our hips, which is part of this routine, is to take your straight leg out to the side. Other one. Yes, out. Good. So out to the side with the straight leg. Yes. And out to the side. Yes. Good. One more on each side. Out. Out. Good work. We're ready for the lunge, so we just take one leg, I'll turn to the side and put it out in front, and the other one goes back, and I'm up on the balls of my feet back there, but I'm not bending over, I'm standing up nice and tall with my shoulders back and down and relaxed. Remember, back and down and relaxed. And my chin tucked into my neck, and I'm standing with my ears over my shoulders, and I'm just going to go down like an elevator and back up. Yes, down like an elevator and back up. Straight down like an elevator and back up. I'm not leaning forward. I'm going straight down and coming up. And down and up. And my legs are wide enough so that my knee will stay over top of my foot. So I'm going down, up, and down, and up. One more. Down and up. Good. Shake that out a little bit. Turn. So 1 foot forward, 1 foot back. There's a pretty big space in between. I'm up on the balls of my feet. Everything's relaxed here in the upper part of my body, and I'm going down like an elevator and up. And some of you might be able to go down and your knee might touch the floor. And some of you might just be going down a little bit. We're all different. So down and up like an elevator, down and up. Make sure the shoulders are down, back and relaxed. Your chin is tucked into your neck. Just 2 more. And 1 more. And that's the lunge. Okay, now we're into our feet. So with our feet shoulder width apart here, I just want you to spread those toes, stand up nice and tall, and lean over to one side, and don't lift the feet off the floor anywhere. So I'm leaning to one side, and then I'm going to lean to the other side. Then I'm going to lean forward without falling and without moving my feet. And I'm going to lean back. Then I'm going out to the side, other side, forward, and back. Now I'm going forward, to the side, to the back, to the other side. So it's forward, side, back, other side. Let's go back, back, side, forward, side. You've got it. It's a circle. Back, side, forward. Good. Part 2 of the feet with my feet shoulder width apart, I'm standing up nice and tall, I'm going to come up on the balls of my feet and lift my heels up as high as I can go, and then I'm coming down. So my heels go up, down, up, down. And whenever you lift your heels up, you're working your calf muscles. They're big muscles. Those gastrocnemius calf muscles are really important because you're always reaching for something, right? And your heels sometimes come off the floor. Anyway, up go the heels, down, up, down, one more, up and down. Okay, the last part, I lift my foot except for my heel off the floor. See, it's up, down, other side, everything but the heel, up, down, up, down, up, down. You feel that in your calf muscles too, right? Up, down, up, down. We have another muscle, calf muscle on the back, soleus muscle on the front. So the soleus muscle is contributing to this footwork too. So up comes the foot, except for the heel, and then the other side, and then again. How high can you get that foot, but keep the heel down? Good. Can you do both at the same time? Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Good. Shake it out. And now we're going to do our back. And to do our back, we're going to get down onto the floor very carefully. Get into a table position. So our feet, my toes are touching. My feet are at the back, right behind my knees. My knees are right behind my hands, and everything's shoulder width apart. And I'm in a table position, and I'm trying to get my head down and in neutral. And then I'm going to lower my belly and lift my head up and stick my bum up. So my head comes up, my belly goes down, and my bum comes up. And sometimes they call this the cow or the some animal. And then I put my head back in neutral, try to get my back's kind of flat again, and then I'm going to squeeze my belly in as I bring my head down, and I look with my chin on my chest between my legs, rounding my back. You know this. This is the cat. You know, that cow-cat exercise. It's very common. Then I go back into the cow, lower my belly. Don't forget the breath. We're not going to talk about the breath today, but you're going to incorporate the breath into this exercise, whatever way you have learned to do it efficiently. Into the cat again. Working the back, especially the lumbar spine, but the rest of the back's working too. So we're alternating between the cow and the cat. We'll just do it one more cow and one more cat, with a little rest in between. Good. Now I'm going to take my toes and put them on top of each other in the middle. And then I'm going to take my hands way out in front. Then I'm going to push my hips back into my heels, leaving my long stretched out arms close to the floor and straight. And then I'm going to come up. I didn't move my hands. I'm just going to take my toes off of one another and bring my belly to the ground and look up and do the cobra. Working my back, especially my lumbar spine. So as I come back into neutral and lift my toes and put them on one another, forming that triangle, I push my hips back into my heels. And then I slowly come up, undo my feet, push my belly to the floor, and look up into the cobra. and then back into neutral. Since I'm down here, I might as well do my stretch. There's lots of ways to stretch, but I've chosen this as one of my favorite ones. It does so many body parts. So I'm going to lie on the floor with my legs bent, and then I'm going to put one leg over top of the other above the knee. Okay? So I'm going to lie on the floor with my legs bent and put one leg over top of the other above the knee. And then I'm going to pull my legs up off the ground, my hips too, and bring them into my chest as far as I can. And hold it there. I can feel it pull in the bum. If I've got the right leg over, I can feel it in the right hip and glute. Depends how far I pull my legs in. And lower down my legs again, untangle them, retangle them with the other one over top, and bring my legs in, and off the floor go my hips. And then down I go. Now to make this into a stretch, we have to hold it for 2 minutes, but one over the other. Up come the legs and the hips, and I'm going to reach and grab my shins and pull in a little bit more. My head is still on the floor, and I'm going to hold it for 2 minutes. Well, not really. Maybe 1 minute. I know you're busy people and you have places to go and things to do, but this is very important to your health. So we can at least spare a minute here. We could talk about the beautiful weather we're having, a lovely snowstorm that we had yesterday, and I think I shoveled all morning out there trying to clear everything out of the way. And we have gorgeous, gorgeous temperatures. All this fresh air will help with any viruses that are lurking in our body. If we go outside, we got to go outside. That's 1 minute, so I let go of my hands and let my feet come untangled and rest. Flip over. This is the last part of the stretch. So as I lift my hips and my legs off the floor, I reach around, grab my shins, and pull in a little bit more. Well, anyway, it's sunny out today, and the temperature is going to get warmer. By next week, it'll be above 0. I think today is going to be a -6 or so where I live. And then next week, above 0. Can you believe it? We might even have some of the snow melt. So we're trying to breathe in through our nose and blow out a long, long time. Remember, the key to breathing deeply is blowing out longer. You don't worry about the breathing in too much. You just blow out longer. For that to happen, you're going to have to take a deep breath in through your nose. Is that about a minute? Yeah, let's say it is. So I can let go, put my feet down, untangle myself, and then I'm going to roll onto my side and push with my hands and sit up until I'm in a comfortable seated position to do my meditation. So my meditation today is the tapping one. So I'm going to tap at the spot where my eyebrows meet my nose. So right here where the eyebrows meet the nose, I'm going to tap in threes. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3 gently. 1, 2, 3. So it's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And as I do this, 1, 2, 3, I'm going to say something like I am smart, or I am a nice guy, or I am a great cook, or I am handsome. Whatever I'm going to say about myself, I say it as I go 1, 2, 3. You can say it out loud if there's no one around, and you can say it to yourself if you want to be very quiet. Got it? So we're going to say the same thing all the way through these taps, but now we're at the eyebrow edge here where our temple is, but just down by the eyebrows, right? 1, 2, 3, and I say my positive thing. I can cook well. I'm a great swimmer. I help my neighbors when they need it. I watch animal shows because I love animals. Whatever. Whatever you say about yourself, but make sure it's positive and make sure you tap in 3. So we did the inside of the eyebrow, the outside of the eyebrow. Now just below our eyes on that hard cheekbone there. I can feel there's a little hard bone there below my eyes. 1, 2, 3. Say the positive thing. You can say the same positive thing throughout this whole exercise of meditation, or you can say a variety of them. Make sure it's positive though. Good. So the next one is right here, below my nose, above my lips. So I got these 2 fingers, I'm tapping in 3s. Saying positive things. Trying to get rid of all the stress in my life by saying positive things. Now I'm going to tap below my lip, above my chin. 1, 2, 3. Now, there's my collarbone and there's the soft spot where the collarbone comes together. There's the soft spot, and take these 2 fingers and just below the soft spot on my chest. That's the spot there, right there. So I go 1, 2, 3. I am good. I am kind. I am positive. I am good to animals. I help my neighbors. Okay? That one there, that's somehow difficult to find for some people, but there's the soft spot on my collarbone right there. And if I take this index finger and this thumb about that far apart, just come down off of the bone there and right there on my chest. The next one is under my arms. So if this is my chest line right there under my arms, so I can do it. Let's just do one side, 1, 2, 3, and then the other side. You don't have to hit yourself hard, just in the right spot. These 9 tapping positions in our body are where all the energy stations are. So the energy is moving through your cells, your nerves, and your muscles, and your organs, all that energy, and it has to come to these train stations or bus stations and rejuvenate. So that's where we're tapping. And we're saying positive things, remember? And the next one here is on the sides, my karate side of my hand. So I'm going to tap there, and then this side. And say positive stuff about myself. It's not how hard you hit, it's where you hit. And then the last one is the top of my head right in the middle. So I'm going to use both hands with fingers and gently tap right there. How many times do you do it? As many as you want. If you're in a hurry, just do it a couple of times. Say a couple of things nice about yourself. Or spend some time doing this. Let's just see if we got 9. We did the 1, 2 eyebrow, 3 below the eye, 4 below the nose, below the lip, 5, 6 chest, 7 karate, 8 top of the head, 9. There's 9 of them. Now, one more thing before we leave today's gentle strength workouts with Bob. If you're in bed at night and you want a nice, long, deep sleep, which you need, and you want to get to sleep in a hurry, if you do the tapping, even in one of those spots, and you say or you think positive things about yourself, and you tap in the 3 rhythm, you'll go to sleep faster, you'll stay asleep longer. It might not happen the first night or the second night, but it'll happen. And it won't take too long, and you'll be that much healthier and more refreshed when you wake up the next day. See you next time. Have fun with that.